Hey, before the video starts, I just want to say I did have a actual video that had Gintama playing in the background with some clips here and there, but that was getting copyrighted. So instead of trying to find a way to trim around it, I just cut it and decided to have Devil May Cry footage play in the background. So hopefully you'll enjoy that instead. But other than that, I hope you enjoy the video. That's about it. When people talk about Gintama, they usually talk about it being a great anime or one of the best things that they've ever seen. But you also have a group of people that'll say Gintama is boring. It doesn't really have any substance to it, or it's just a really boring comedy. Something along those lines, where I think the problem comes in at they're coming into Gintama with a form of expectation from maybe a YouTube short or a TikTok reel or Instagram reels, whatever it may be. They'll come into Gintama believing, oh, I saw this really cool fight with Gintoki versus Jirocho or Gintoki versus Utsuro, everybody versus Utsuro, Takatsugi versus Gintoki, and stuff like that. And the problem with that is they come into Gintama with the expectation of, I want to see this cool fight. But no one ever really tells them that Gintama is a comedy first and action second. That's kind of like if someone came into like a romance story and said, oh, there's not enough horror elements in my romance, which just doesn't make sense because Gintama has always been comedy and it focuses on that comedy first. And then if you stick around long enough to say, like episode 54 or 60, you'll be rewarded with the first major arc, in my opinion, being the Benny Zakura arc, where we actually do get some, what's it called, fulfillment from previous episodes, like the mini arc where Gintoki has to take care of a baby, and that child is the grandson to like a very rich CEO. This plays into the Benny Zakura arc where the blind samurai actually is with Takasugi. And it really works because if you watch the previous episodes, you would have gotten to this build up. If you just skip straight to the episode of the Benny Zakura arc, you wouldn't be able to have that fulfillment of, oh, I watched this, now I'm being rewarded with the main arc. Now, that also goes to say, if someone were to just say, I don't like Gintama, it takes too long to get to the good parts, or I'm just not vibing with the comedy or anything like that, that's a valid criticism. Or if they say it's just too long and the fact that I have to wait to get to these episodes, I'm just not feeling that. That's fair, and I can't blame anyone because Gintama does take time to get started. It's the same as One Piece. For me, I don't care for the beginning of One Piece because it's overly boring. Like Arlong Park, Alabasta, and other parts of One Piece are good, but you have to really get to Enies Lobby, and to me, that's where it gets good. But people go into One Piece knowing, yes, it is an adventure action where Gintama they're going into it believing it's action, only to get hit with more comedy than action in the series. And I just feel as though people kind of go into this with some form of expectation, and that's just not the way you should be doing it. But as well as sometimes they'll try and binge like episode 1 to 54 and stuff like that, which also hurts them in the end because you're trying to reach these good parts, but you're sitting through something that you're not trying to watch in that moment. For me, I did binge all of Gintama, but at the same time, I was in school and it was summer break. I had nothing else to do. Some people that are finding Gintama still have a job, still have some like college or something important to keep up with. So they're trying to binge it all in one go, get to these parts that people really praise and things, but they're binging it where I think with Gintama, what you should be doing is slowly working your way to these episodes, maybe like one or two episodes a day, or maybe like 5 episodes every week or so. It's up to you how you really want to do that, but you shouldn't be coming into Gintama with the expectation of I want to see these cool scenes, these cool action set pieces and whatnot, because that's just not where Gintama finds its heart and soul. And even if you think all these episodes that are just pure slice of life are filler, these episodes are very important. And I just wanted to make this video to kind of shed a light on what makes Gintama Gintama. But other than that, I'm pretty much done.
Before dawn. The night is darkest before the dawn. But keep your eyes open. If you avert your eyes from the dark, you'll be blind to the rays of a new day. So keep them open, no matter how dark the night ahead may be.